What's up, guys? Welcome back to Decent First Gen. My name's Tim. Today we're going to be working on the crew cab some more. It keeps kind of raining on and off right now, so I'm not doing the filler on the bed quite yet, but I've got everything. If you saw my video installing my rear view mirror backup camera, you are aware of what is going on to my rear harness in the rear part of the truck. So today we are going to completely clean this up. I ordered, I'll show you what this is. It's called a junction box off of Amazon. It was 10 bucks. I'll put a link in the description below, but if you're running a 7-pin plug on your truck and your wiring's a mess because of it, this is a good way to go. I actually have 2 7-pin plugs. You can see in my previous videos pulling the bed, I've got one that mounts in the bumper and then one that mounts on the inside of the bed as well for a 5th wheel. So I've got 2 of them, and it's just created a mess. Most of this mess was actually like this when I bought the original, my extended cab truck. So I think he wired in a 7-pin plug and just, as you can see, did not do it very well. So that's what we're going to do, is completely clean this up. I'll probably mount that junction box back here inside the frame rail where it's nice and safe. So let's get to it. Alright, so the key to doing this and staying sane is going to be organization. So what I've got here, just kind of breaking it down simply, is there's one 7-pin plug wire harness. The other one's really long, I'll have to trim that. Here's the driver side rear tail light harness. Here's the passenger side rear tail light harness, and then here is to the license plate light. So what I'm going to do is carefully go through and really mark these and label them well as far as which colors they are and what they go to, so that when I clip all those kind of crappy little the connector things out, then I can, I'll know where everything goes. So that's going to be probably the biggest thing here, is taking my time doing that, so that then when I go to put everything back together, it's all easy to do. It's labeled. It's just putting connectors on and putting it onto the junction box. So I'll go ahead and start doing that. Alright, so it's starting to rain out here, so I'm not going to be able to film as much as I'd like, but let me show you what I'm doing. So I got this paper, I wrote the colors of the 7-pin wiring harness, and then what I'm doing is finding out. So I found the red wire from the 7-pin harness goes to the black with the purple tracer, which is for reverse lights. Okay, and so I'm going to go through each of these wires and see what the stock harness wire color is, and if I can figure out what that is for, I'll write that. But some of them are a little more difficult to figure out what they're for. So, but I'll see if I can get this all filled out. And as I fill it out, so for example, I've already clipped the connectors right here. I've already clipped those because I've figured out what they're for. So as I figure things out, I'm going to be clipping stuff, and it should be all torn apart here in the next couple minutes. Alright, a little update. So that whole mess is completely gone. and let me show you. So here's the stock harness, and you can see where they kind of hacked into these wires to tap for their 7-way prongs, or their 7-way plug, I guess. So we'll mend all that together. Here are both the 7-way wiring harnesses. So I'm going to clean those up and trim them to a better length. The one for in the bed is a super long one, and it was all kind of coiled up under the bed. And then the other one to the bumper is the short one, so I might make them each, you know, the longer one shorten it and the shorter one make it a little longer. So here's my document. So I've figured everything out. So black, this was a green wire coming from the cab. I'm assuming that's going to be power. I'm just going to put a question mark by it. Brown, that's the black with the yellow tracer. Gray with green tracer from the passenger side. So I'm going to guess that's passenger turn signal. This one's green with gray wire from the driver's side. I'm going to say that's driver turn. Blue wire from the cab. Went to the blue wires. I'm pretty sure that is the trailer brake. And then white went to the grounds, which is going to be ground, which tells me this brown, the black with the yellow tracer, is most likely the brake lights. I believe so. Again, this doesn't really matter necessarily. It's just nice to know. I could probably look up a diagram online and figure it out, but why not go through the work of the process of elimination, right? So now what I have to do, you know, I've got this junction box, so I'm going to have the harnesses for the 7-pin plugs come in and connect to their respective poles, and then come through this diagram and connect each of these, have a connection from each of these wires to their respected colors as well, and that should do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start by hooking the 7-pin ones up, make that nice and clean, and then have the stock harness come in and be the last thing I bring in. So I'll show you guys once I get those 7-pin harness all hooked in there. Little update here. I've got one in, as you can see. So this is going to be the one that goes to the bumper. I'm going to have the one that goes to the bed come out this one, and then I'm going to have the truck harness come in this one right here. Pretty easy, just tedious doing all the connectors. So I'll do the next plug harness, and then we'll do the truck harness. Alright guys, another update. Getting this one all put together, and it is currently snowing. So it's much colder today than I was expecting, but that's okay. That's why we're working in the garage getting all this done. Okay, we have both 7-pin harnesses hooked into the junction box. So now all we have to do is bring wires from these respective wires from the stock truck harness into the box to each of the prongs, and then it will be ready to go. I have the garage door shut now because it's still just nasty out here, so I'm going to have to do the truck harness part here in a little bit as soon as the snow stops. But this turned out really nice. So that lid goes on there. There's screws for it. It's completely, well, they say it's waterproof. I don't know that it's completely waterproof. I would guess it'll do fine against just water coming up from the road, but if you submerged it, it probably wouldn't hold. But I do not plan on submerging my truck. So that turned out really nice. There's those harnesses coming out. All right, guys, another update here. This is turning out super nice. So I've got everything all wired to the block. And what I did was just basically create a new harness for everything else. I've got it all labeled, so I'm going to loom all this. The shortest one's just the ground, so that'll come out of the loom. But I can, at this point, I can put the lid back on, close this all up, and then as soon as it stops snowing, I can go out. I left, these are extra long because I don't know how long I need, and I can go and tap into all the respective wires in the truck harness, and then it should be good to go. So I'm going to put the lid back on. It comes with screws to put that on, and then we'll go out and put it on the truck. There we go. Just if you end up buying this, there's a right way for the lid to go on. The gap right here is a little bit smaller than the gap right here, so that was throwing me off a little bit. But got it on. She's all sealed up. Time to go hook it to the truck. Just our luck, it has cleared up. Pretty nice out now. Not even super cold, so I'm going to kind of dry some of this off, and then we'll come out, and I'm trying to decide how I want to mount the box. I don't think I want to actually self-tap it. I think I'm probably going to use some 3M double, some of the adhesive tape that's double-sided, that's weatherproof. It should hold it on there nice and snug. Okay, I've determined where I'm going to put it at. We'll snake it on down here. So this is a cross member right here. Got some holes drilled. I'm going to use double stick tape more as a kind of an insulator or shock absorber. But I'll bolt it to the frame there. That way, from underneath, you'll have very good access if you ever need to troubleshoot anything or replace anything. So I'll bolt this on, and then we'll start wiring it up. Alright guys, it's time to show you the finished product. So, there it is. All I've got is the harness coming out the driver's side and the passenger side. This is for the bumper 7-pin plug, and this is for the bed 7-pin plug. Much cleaner. Got everything all loomed all the way around. Need some more loom for some of the wires going up to the cab, so I'll get some loom for that. But like I said, the box is right there, easy access, so you can take the cover off, drop it straight down, work on it, do anything you need, and then put the cover back on. So I'm impressed with this product. It was a little bit long to install it, but it was mainly just the tedious nature of working with wiring. If you just take your time, do it clean, do it right, it'll turn out really nice. So I'm happy with how this is. This means that once the bed is done and the cab is painted and everything, I can just throw the bed right back on. I don't have to worry about this. So anyways, this is really good. Another thing, I mentioned I needed to buy a respirator. I bought a respirator, a legitimate respirator with the charcoal filters. I bought a brand new power washer, a pressure washer. So I'm going to actually be pressure washing the axle, the shocks as well, but then I can put the chassis saver on the axle as well. So that'll be nice. That'll be all cleaned up. And here's my mess from today. I got to clean it up, but here's a quick look at all the, I mean, not all of that is stuff I pulled out from the original harness, but most of it is. Some of it's just extra, you know, pieces of wire from wiring it back up and the zip ties, but that's the mess. But there's one last look at how clean it is. I kind of bundled up all the wires and stuffed them in the frame right now so I can move the truck around, but going good, making good progress on this thing. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for your support, and we will see you guys in the next video.